What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As we are back, I hope you watched the previous video whereby I proved that whereby I calculated sine 15 without using a calculator. Now in this video I will be showing you guys how to calculate whereby now you're given a trigonometric ratio with a negative sign. Now it depends because the one that I'm about to show you is very important, so that people can actually understand or can distinguish between the two, the one that I did before and this one. Now on this one, let's say we have the following problem here. Let me just write the following problem, which is cos negative 75. Alright, let's say this is the problem. Now they want you to solve this one without using a calculator. So how are you gonna do this one? As you can see now, we have negative angle here. So how are you gonna do this one? Now before you continue with this one, you need to understand again the cos diagram. Now we are looking at it when we go backwards or when we go clockwise. Remember, when you go clockwise, the angles are negative, meaning the fourth quadrant becomes a quadrant whereby we have angles that are within negative 90 and 0. The second quadrant, we have angles that are within negative 90 and negative 180. The third quadrant, we have angles that are within negative 180 to negative 270. And the fourth quadrant, obviously, we have angles that are within negative 270 and negative 360. So that's very important, guys, because this is gonna help you in order to solve this. As you can see, this trigonometric ratio, you can tell which quadrant is this. If we have negative acute angles, that means that we're on the fourth quadrant. Now let me show you what is it that I'm talking about. I'm just gonna write it here, guys. I'm just gonna write it here just to make life easier. Now here on the fourth quadrant, we are moving. First of all, we are moving this direction. So on the fourth quadrant, we want to have angle negative theta, okay, or negative theta. And then here we're gonna have angle between negative 90 and this one is negative 180. And here we have negative 270, and then going back again to negative 360. Alright, so as you can see, from 0 to negative 90, this negative 75 is actually here on the fourth quadrant. And we know that on the fourth quadrant, cos is positive. So cos is positive on this quadrant. Alright, now, so how are we gonna solve this? So using the information that we have, here's what you should do. Alright, here's what you should do. Because we know this is a fourth quadrant. So we're gonna rewrite this like this: 7 cos 75. We get rid of the negative sign. The reason why we get rid of the negative sign, on the fourth quadrant, cos is positive. Alright, now that we have done this, now it's time for us to use our special angles. Remember, we have 75. Just like our previous problem, we have to add or subtract the special angles to get 75. So rather add the two special angles. So in this case, we can add 45 and 30. So in this case, we can add 45 plus 30. Alright, so this is how we're gonna do this one here. Okay, so let's continue. So now that we have managed to do this, now we know that cos 45 plus 30, this become our compound angle. Now let me just write it here. Let me just write the general formula whereby we have cos A plus or minus B. If you write it here, it's gonna be cos A cos B plus or minus sine A and then sine B. Right guys, these formulas here, they are on the first video on this playlist. So the part 1 on this playlist, it's whereby I write all these formulas for cos, sine and cot. Now using this formula on our right, we can just continue and write cos. Now 45 multiplied by, remember it's cos, right? Cos 30. So in this case, remember 45 is A and then 30 is B. If you look on your right hand side on that formula there, we have A and B. So it's like that. Now with cos as compared to sine, with cos, when you continue, you will have a negative sign. So with cos, you have to be careful guys. With cos, when it comes to the sign, let me just show you the sign. When it comes to the sign here, the sign kinda changes here. If this one is positive, this one is gonna be negative. So we have to be very, very careful with cos, but with sine is the other way around. So we have to be very, very careful guys when it comes to that, because that's where most people make mistakes. So we continue here and then we're gonna say sine A. So in this case, A is 45. So we say 45 and then multiply by sine B, which is 30. Now again, after here, now it's time for us to use our special angles. So you must look at these triangles here guys, these two triangles. You must pay attention to these two triangles, because that's where we're gonna get our cos 45 and sine 30 and cos 30, by the way. All right, so let's continue. So when you look at our triangles there, our right angle triangles on our right, cos 45 is the same as let me just be quick about it. It's the same as 1 over root 2. Oh, sorry, made a mistake. 1 over root 2. 1 over root 2 multiply. Right. So what is cos 30? When you look at the other triangle, cos 30 is supposed to give us root 3 over 2. Remember, it's adjacent over hypotenuse. So minus. So we minus this, and then we look at our other one whereby we have sine 45. Sine 45 is 1 over root 2, and then multiply by sine 30. Sine 30 is opposite, or opposite in this case is 1 over hypotenuse, which in this case is gonna be 2. So if you continue like this, you will have 1 over 2 root 2 minus 1 over root 2 over 2. Just like the previous problem that we did last time. From there we just simplifying until we get to the answer. Now we know, oh sorry guys, this one is root 3. Sorry, I don't know what happened. I guess I was thinking, yes, the first one is 1 multiplied by root 3, so it's root 3 over root 2. So I made a mistake. Alright, hope you managed to see that. I think you saw that probably. Alright, so we know that if the denominator they are the same, the numerator they're gonna add or subtract. So we're gonna have root 3 minus 1. But now we need to rationalize. So if you rationalize, this is gonna be root 2 over root 2. Remember, we just multiply. This is 1. Root 2 over root 2 is going to be 1, but because we are rationalizing, rather use root 2. So if you multiply root 3 with root 2, you're going to have root 6 minus root 2. And then this is going to be divided by 4. Alright, so this is our answer. By the way, pay attention to our question there. We had cos negative 75. So the reason why it was negative, there is this rule here whereby it's like the sine negative theta is equaling to negative sine theta. We have this one here, cos negative theta is equaling to cos theta. As you can see, is positive, and then tan negative theta is gonna be negative tan theta. The reason why cos is positive is because the negative theta is happening on the fourth quadrant, and cos on the fourth quadrant is positive. If it so happen you don't understand the quadrant whereby the trigonometric ratio are positive or negative, you need to go and watch the class diagram. That's where I explain a lot of this. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. I will do another problem whereby we still have a negative. Still gonna have negative sign, but this time around we're gonna have maybe sine or tan. I'm gonna try the one with sine, whereby we have negative angle but we have sine. So how are we gonna solve that one? Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Till next time, cheers.